Alright, welcome back. The last installment of the Winchesters that I have available to show you. This is another American-made Winchester. We've had a couple of Japanese, an original American-made Winchester, and this is among the last of the American-made Winchester lever guns. This one is the 1894 version. This was the first smokeless powder Winchester in historical terms. That was the difference. This is a design that changed the locking block on it. We went from the two side locking lugs that fall up into the receiver to a single one in the back on this firearm. Now this one is known as the anniversary model. It was built in 1994. Rather, it was the 150th anniversary, and you can see it is so marked, 1894 to 1994. The 100th anniversary. I have I install lever wraps on many of my firearms, as you can see, the ones that I shoot. You can see the Winchester butt plate on it. And all in all, a fairly nice gun. The finish quality on them was not quite as high as previous American guns. This was a very short, handy gun. You can see there we get the whole thing in it fairly easily. Little trapper with a saddle ring on it. This one is also chambered in .45 Colt. I only have two other calibers that are chambered in. One was the .357 Magnum that I own, and then of course the original in .32-20. And we can see the Winchester roll mark on this one. Bring it up here where we can see it a little bit better. Winchester, made in New Haven, Connecticut, USA. Winchester proof steel. .45 Colt. No roll mark on the tang at all. If I wanted to mount a tang sight on this one, we'd have to drill and tap the tang to do it. So I'll just stick with the buckhorn sights on this one. No brass bead. Well, what a short, fun, handy rifle in .45 Colt. We'll cycle the action. It's already been checked. It's empty. And we can see not quite as smooth as previous versions, and we have that large locking block back there. So we have actually kind of a transfer bar in there, so to speak, that the hammer falls down and hits. Now you notice it's not going down all the way. I can cycle it and fire it. It's not going down all the way because this one does have a crossbolt safety on it on both sides, as we can see. It's in the safe position right now. Actually, it's in the fire position, safe position right now. We put it in the fire position. Now we can cycle it, and the hammer will drop. There we go. Got her straight now. And you can see it's a little bit jerky in operation because we got to pull that bolt down, that locking block down from behind the bolt. And this one is not the smoothest. Could be because of the operation of the mechanism. Rather, these were not known. Probably more collectible than a Japanese one to an extent, but not a lot. These can be had at very reasonable prices, well under $1,000 if you can find them. which for a Winchester is pretty good. A new Japanese version is going to cost you in the $1,200 or $1,300 range these days. So that shows you some of the value on an American-made Winchester from this era. Still reasonable quality, but just not as high quality. You can see the finish is not that smooth, a little rough. But it's a fun way to have this particular style of more modern Winchester in it. The more modern, as we move up through the years, action. And one of the last of the made in the United States, the real handy trapper version. These are somewhat sought after, these little short barreled trapper versions. Really handy, especially in this 45 Colt cartridge. What a pleasure to shoot with it. So that is the last of the Winchesters I have. Of course, the originals would not have had the crossbolt safety on them. It was very not very well received by the public, of course. Just like the lock on a Smith & Wesson revolver. Just can't get rid of them these days. It's a sign of the times, the safety-oriented times we live in, where everybody can't think for themselves. Sorry to let my opinions get in the way of things, but anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this Winchester series. We will move on next to some more lever guns I have in the collection, and if you can like these series videos, I'll be happy to continue them. Just let me know. But thanks for watching.